Why, hello there! How are you today? Awesome Soul here, and I am reporting on the brand new, super snazzy Techtree update. Yes, after many years, the Techtree has finally made a return to Robocraft. The update actually dropped on the Tuesday, which was the 19th, so some of you probably have played it, but if you have not been keeping up, this is what you can expect when you log into the game. So, obviously, the big one is there is the Techtree. If you don't know what the Techtree is, it's basically there for you to unlock parts as you level up, rather than just being able to buy them all right away. Though you still do have to buy them. You have to unlock it first, and then you have to buy them. That's sort of the TLDR version, but if you want to go into more depth, you can, well, one, either play the game, I'm sure you'll get a good idea of what it's all about, or two, just follow the link down below, and it should take you to where you need to be. Now, as I said, you unlock the parts via leveling up. And what do you get when you level up? Well, you get tech points. So, tech points are used to unlock parts on the Techtree. Players will receive a single tech point for each level up they attain. Now, at the time of making this video, it will take you to level 343 to actually unlock everything on the Techtree, assuming you're starting from a fresh account. If you have an existing account and you already have an item in your inventory, it's automatically unlocked on the Techtree. Obviously, as more things come into the game, like parts, etc., you're gonna need to level up a little bit more. Now, from what I understand, the level cap is still the same at, I believe, 10,000. I think that's the level cap. I'm not sure anybody has actually ever made it there, and I don't think anybody ever will, at least for a couple more years, but we'll see. I guess, actually, if you know anyone who's reached the level cap, let me know. I've yet to see it, so that'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, coming with this are rewards for battle. So you now actually get Robot rewards at the end of a battle, and this is directly proportional to your performance in battle. So if you do well, you'll get more money. If you do poorly, you'll get less money. Pretty simple. And last of the big changes, all salvage crate rewards have been removed from Robocraft. This means you can no longer buy them, and you can no longer get them via, well, any means really. You can't get them via login bonus, and you can't get them via winning a match. I think that was all of them. Login, winning, buying? I think that was it. But either way, crates are gone. That's all you really need to know. And I guess I've mentioned this in other videos, but the replacement for this is basically a daily quest system. So you log in, instead of getting your free crate, you'll get rewarded with a new quest. And if you complete the quest, then you'll get some experience. Obviously, letting you level up faster and unlock parts faster. So pretty cool there. Some other changes coming with the update are faster leveling. So for those players who thought that maybe actually getting to level 343 just to unlock every part would take too long, well, don't worry too much. As they say, in order to reduce player grind, we have increased the speed at which players up to level 375 level up. So the way it works is that players up to level 10 will basically level up, obviously depending on how well you perform, about one level every 1 or 2 games. And then from level 11 to 375, you'll be leveling up approximately every 3 games. But after that, so level 376, or I guess 375 and above, they say here, you'll be leveling up at about every 10 games. I don't know if that's a gradual curve, but I think it seems more of like a set in stone kind of thing. Like you basically hit a wall and then boom, takes a lot longer to level up. But it doesn't really matter too much because again, the level you need to reach in order to actually get everything on the Techtree is 343. And I guess the soft level cap, if you even want to call it that, is 375. So even if they do add more items, it's not really going to be that bad. There have also been some changes to the starter inventory for new players. A basic inventory of mech-like Spartans and laser wasps are added to a new player's inventory to enable them to start building quickly. So makes sense, those are definitely the easiest of the 2 parts in their category to use, so that should be pretty good there. Some changes to the CRF are also in this update. Now, one thing that I've wanted for a while and have kind of complained about, although not really too vocally, but it's been more of a bother, I guess we can say. And that is finally fixed because now all robots, regardless of parts unlocked in the Techtree, can now finally be seen by all players on the CRF. Because before, if you didn't have the parts to unlock it, you just wouldn't see it. And I would get complaints about, oh, why is this not on the shop? And I would just say, do you have this unlocked? And they'll be like, no. And then I'll be like, oh, well, that's your problem. Sorry. Now, the way they differentiate what you can actually fully buy due to, you know, having the actual unlocks available. They say it's differentiated by colors. And there also is a checkbox option too, so you can hide robots that you can't actually use on the left side. And pretty important here, this checkbox is turned on by default. So try and turn it off if you can, but hey, that's up to you. There are a couple other ones, but they're not super important. Again, if you want to read this for yourself, link is in the description. Anyway, let's quickly blast through these last little bits here. We've got a change to the scoring system, most likely because, you know, you can actually earn money in game, so it definitely needs to be balanced out there so it's fair to all classes. Now, healing score has been increased by 50%, which is very nice because for a while, at least from what I remember, healing didn't really help your score all that much. Also, mining point captures have been increased by 50%, the actual score you get at least, and the score in player versus AI mode has been reduced, so you're not going to be earning a whole lot from there as well. Also, scores in Battle Arena, League Arena, Team Deathmatch, and Elimination modes have been increased by 30%, so pretty much every mode except for Pit, but you know, Free Jam kind of forgets about Pit all the time, which is very sad. Hopefully they'll bring it back, but I mean, it was weird. Pit is kind of like one of those things where it's fun for a little bit, and then you kind of just put it down. And you're like, hey, you know what? I haven't played Pit in a while. Let's play Pit. Oh, it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, okay. Custom games only? Oh well. Yeah, I can live with that. Now here's a bit of an odd one. Thrusters. They have changed a little bit. So, the thruster speed boost amount has been reworked to bring back the larger versions back in line. I won't go into the specifics too much, but the big ones here are Leopard, no change there, but the gist of it is the smaller ones have slight changes, but the Puma and especially the Cheetah have been nerfed quite a bit, which is a little sad because, I don't know, thrusters seem a little pointless to me. They don't seem to provide as much boost as they should, especially for the amount of space they take up. It's just, I don't know. If you want to make a fast robot, you have to strap on so many thrusters that you kind of ruin the overall vision that you had. Hopefully we'll get a module or like some sort of passive system to boost your speed, because I'm getting kind of tired of having to strap on thrusters everywhere. Anyway, some other changes. The gyromotor energy consumption is up. I guess that's kind of understandable. It was a pretty potent weapon if you know how to use it. And the biggest change of the update is plasma. So plasma now works a lot more like it was way back in the day, sort of like the classic plasma volley where everything would fire. The whole plasma vomit style, as I've heard it described quite often. But yeah, now all tiers, kind of excluding the mega tier, function pretty much the same. So all tiers of plasma now have the same energy cost and fire rate with only varying damage values. So really the only change here is the damage values. Of course though, like I said, this excludes the mega plasma, which has a higher damage and energy cost. Besides that, the projectile speed, meaning the speed at which the bullet, or I guess in this case plasma, travels, the fire rate has been increased by 75%, and the energy consumption has increased slightly. Overall, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I kind of liked the system we had for a while, but I guess this is sort of a happy medium because you can pulse fire it, sort of, but when I've done it, usually you'll end up firing two by mistake. Like, even if you're doing the lightest, quickest tap possible, you'll still end up firing two occasionally. I mean, I guess it's not too bad, but just something I gotta get used to. And last but not least, the nanos have changed a little bit. So the projectile speed is now ever so slightly faster, and the energy consumption has been lowered, at least for everything other than the binder, obviously. But yes, that will wrap up this little update overview. What are your thoughts on all of this? Is Robocraft heading in the right direction again, or is this the wrong direction? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. But with that, I of course have been the Awesome Soul. I thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.